What you have a YouTube channel ministry. What is that about?
Um, I call it a ministry because the way that I do my videos is I try to understand everybody's plight from all sides. I don't give anyone a pass.
Right.
Just like I'm not giving my parents a pass right now, but I do understand that people go through their own sugar honey iced tea. But something that I realized and something that you probably know as well from the emails you get, the stuff that people go through, man, and how they open up to you in emails and DMs, it blows your mind. You think that you're having a bad day until you read their messages. And then you got to talk to them. You got to talk them off of a ledge. Some of the people probably even told you, Jesse Lee Peterson, you prevented me from committing suicide. You'd be like, whoa. And that right there tells me that, you know what, I might not be doing exactly what I wanted to do or I saw myself doing when I was younger, but I do realize that God has instilled things in me that I'm able to give back to people all over the world, especially white people. I never thought that I would be friends with white people. Never.
Is that true?
Ever.
And why not?
Because I never saw them in our community, never, unless we went on a field trip downtown Washington, D.C. That's the only time we saw white people. Didn't see white people for months and months and months and months and months and months and months.
What year
What
year were you born in? 1920?
78.
Really?
Yeah, just in my...
And growing up, you did not see white people in your neighborhood?
Not at all. Not at
That's
all.
horrible.
Not at all. It's horrible. As a matter of fact, I had one white classmate by the name of Jeremiah Mills when I was in the second grade, and I ended up bullying him just for fun. I mean, because I was ignorant as hell, and I'm still ignorant, but controlled ignorance.
You know, and you're right. I counsel with people as well from around the world, and I noticed that everybody has. It's the same cause and effect for everybody. The situation may be a little different, but it's the same cause. And the way to overcome it is you must forgive because God said that we all human beings have sinned and that we all must be born again. So every human being, no matter what color, what language, how old, how young, you're born through the woman. And so all who are born of the flesh must be born of the spirit of God. And the only way you're going to do that is that you got to see that you're wrong for having anger and know that just as you can't help yourself, your parents could not help themselves. And so when you go and forgive your mother and your father, God will forgive you because you can't love God and resent your earthly father because all men, whether they're beta or not, Beta. All men represent God. They are sons of God. They've just been turned away from the earthly father. But when you forgive your earthly father and mother, God will forgive you, and that's when life begins. All the spirit of the devil in the mind and in the feelings and emotion will be taken away from you and replaced with perfect peace, and you will start to deal with life in a perfect way. But you got to forgive in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven within.
You trying to make me cry, bro?
No. What do you think about that?
I think that everything you just now said is spot on. We are all born in sin, shaped in iniquity. And if you believe in God, then you must honor your mother and your father. I know that 1,000%. Here's the thing, though. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Finish your part.
I know... I know that I'm still stubborn as hell, but all I'm gonna say is this: I've tried. I've sat down with my mom. We've had amazing conversations. It was just nothing there. It was nothing there. It was no connection at all. So I'm like, did I really forgive her? Because then I walk away. Am I not forgiving her, or am I judging that conversation? Am I judging her mood? Because I looked in her eyes and I said, you know what? You kind of cold.
Yeah.
And she said, why would you say that? But then she said, no. But then I said, but you have to be, because the life that you have, I understand why you're so protective of yourself and your environment and your space. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie to myself and say that I have fully forgiven. I have tried. Trust me, I've tried,
But
man.
next time you
I've
get an
tried.
opportunity with both of them, have no expectation from them at all. Don't expect conversation. Don't expect apology. Do not expect an apology. Don't expect them to do anything. You just say, hey, once you see that, when you clearly understand that, yes, they were wrong for what they did, but you're wrong for resenting them, for being angry at them. Because anyone that has anger has hatred, and hatred is
You're right.
playing God, and you would never know
You're
God
right.
as long as you're judging yourself and others, right? And
You're
so
right.
you go and just say, hey, I realize now that you couldn't help yourself. It was bad for me, but I understand now, and I'm sorry for resenting you. And they don't need to say anything. You don't need a conversation. You just need to know it's wrong for you to resent them because it separates you from God. And then God will bring you back to Him. You'll enter the kingdom, and you'll be fine. You don't need a relationship with them. You don't need anything but to forgive them. Because God said, once again, before you enter into the kingdom of heaven, you must forgive. And to honor your parents just simply means don't resent them. They'll be angry. They could not help themselves. They had issues as well. It doesn't mean you got to give them money. It doesn't mean you have to have them over. It doesn't mean you have to hang out with them. Just don't resent them.
Let me tell you something. This is what I don't like about your ass. I'm going to tell you this right now. Here's the thing, because I've said this in a few of my videos. I know the spirit that comes from you. I can see this like this right here. How come you don't show everybody this, Jesse Lee Peterson?
I do.
You don't. You do not.
Give me an example of me not showing that.
Well, you be pissing people off.
But I don't be trying to. I'm not trying to do it.
Whenever you talk to someone who you know represents Black Lives Matter, and you tell them you know that they are run by a bunch of fat Black lesbians,
Radical
like, do you know what that does to somebody? Rather than you do know that, right? Come on, man, you know that.
I do know that, but I'm
bro.
trying to get the point off. These people are radical people. They admitted to being trained to be Marxist people. And so they're in it for the money and the so-called perceived power. And so the people who follow this kind of evil, I just want them to realize that they're following the devil and it's not going to work out very well.
Well, they're doing that because they chose to do it as adults, and they don't give a damn about going through the pearly gates of heaven. That's not even on their radar at all. But I used to be a part of an organization like that as well, called Positive Comedic Visions. And I used to, they used to say, no, Black people cannot be racist because we don't have any power to give to take away from anybody.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And how did you leave? How did you manage to get out of that group?
Manage. I'm a strong-minded person. Like, I don't get bullied. I bully. Like, I've been that way a long time. And if I realize that the group is bull, sugar, honey, iced tea, guess what? I'm out. And when I was talking to my wife, right, and I'm in these meetings and all they're talking about is white Jesus ain't do nothing to you. It's about our ancestors. I'm like, okay, y'all kiss my ass now. I'm out. You know what I mean? The food was good. We had some good curry. We had some good jerky. Right. You know what I mean? It was, and they used to have everything smell like incense and all that other, selling little natural organic soaps and stuff like that. But other than that, man, I'm like, all right, I know what God has done for me. Yeah. I look at God every single day through my wife. I look at God every single day through my children, through my health, through my living, through my house. Like, come on, I didn't know a homeowner in my family until my wife and I started buying homes.
Right
like, yeah, man.
And so have God forgiven you for all the things you have done?
I don't know. God never told me if he forgive me yet. but I will say this. Jesse. And first of all, I want to say to you, I appreciate what you do. I'm just saying that right now. I do criticize how you do it sometimes because I think you're a troll. But I think you're dope as hell, and I love what you're doing. You're hardworking, man. You're one of the hardest working out there. And I'm not saying that to meat ride. I don't meat ride anybody. Yeah. But I believe God has put favor over my life, and I don't know why. And I ask him that all the time.
Nice.
Like, why me? Why me? Like, God has got me out of some stuff. I should have been dead many times because I was a knucklehead. Knucklehead. I'm not going to tell you everything,
Right.
but I was a damn knucklehead. I got favor over my life, so I give God praise for that. I would never be perfect, though. I already know that.
But he does want you to forgive, though. Will you consider
I know.
forgiving your parents?
Yes.
I tell you, man, once
Yes.
you truly see what I'm talking about and you do it, even when you talk to your father on the phone, just say, hey, I just want to apologize for resenting you. I understand now. And if he hang up, that's on him. You're done then. You'll walk away free. And then with your mother, even if she's cold-hearted, she look like she just doesn't care, hey, I just want to let you know I'm sorry for resenting you. I understand now. And it's going to blow your mind when you do it.
Yeah.
And don't ask for forgiveness. You forgive them because human beings don't forgive. You apologize for resenting them, and that's what forgiveness is. And God will forgive you. Don't ask them for forgiveness. You
I'm
apologize
gonna
for
do it.
resenting them.
I'm going to do exactly that. And the fact that I got Jesse Lee, MF, and Peterson giving me this advice, it means the world, bro.
Right,
Thank you. I will do
right
it.
on, man.